A week on from the Derby, the 18 Districts Cup is our feature race at Sha Tin on Sunday. It's one of 7 races on the turf and 3 of the all-weather. We might even have a Derby horse for later on as well next season. They're already talking about his chances. More on that a little bit later. I'm Andrew Lejeune. Welcome to the show. I'm joined here by Paul Lally, our form expert, and racecaller John Blance. John, 3 races on the all-weather and the 7 turf races. Some nice ones as well. I think the shortest price favourite will be in the last.
Yeah, looking forward to it. 1 or 2 horses who look pretty good so far. I'm thinking of the likes of Simply Brilliant and, of course, Raging Storm right at the end there. And let's not forget Blizzard in Japan either. Absolutely,
yeah. Ricky Yu and Karis Teaton out there. No jackpots this week, Paul, but say it's an interesting programme.
Yeah, there is. There's a few open races, but there's going to be a few shorties, as you mentioned, with Raging Storm in particular coming up in the last. It's an A+3 course, so they'll fan out wide. I think every horse will get his opportunity. And there's always the dirt races as well. They're always add some extra element to the race day. So looking forward to it.
Absolutely. And there's a new name on the roster as well, John. Victor Wong makes his debut, taking £10 off. It's huge.
It'll come in very handy, and I think it'll come in really handy for Rugby Diamond in the first. But we'll get to that very shortly.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's got 3 rides on the programme. That first event, Rugby Diamond will enjoy that £10 reprieve, I'm sure. Now, Umberto Rispoli unfortunately had a nasty tumble on Friday morning at the trials. He's had surgery on an injured right collarbone. He's out then for the weekend. Jumbo Bus now has Eddie Lyon, Derek Lung rides Lasting Friendship, Matthew Chadwick on Ace King and Neil Callan on God of Dragon. We, of course, wish Umberto a speedy recovery. As far as the withdrawals are concerned, in the first event, World City is now replaced by Fortune Brothers, and Alvin Ung makes the switch across as well. Orman Lee is the trainer. So we kick off the programme, meeting number 58 of the season as well, with the opening event, a Class 5 on the 1,200 metres on the all-weather surface. 5 Stars Agent, last course and distance winner, will jump from barrier 2. Winning Controller makes his all-weather debut. Telecom Titan, first up since July, Class 5 for the first time on the dirt. You've got Rugby Diamond with £10 off for Victor Wong from barrier 7. He will roll forward. Massive Millennium runner-up last start. You've got Happy Sam with the blinkers back on. Blinkers go back on, Carry to Win, and all the way down to Winning Lee, who's a beaten favourite on his last start.
Yeah, plenty of pace in the opener. Rugby Diamond loves to go forward. He's been especially effective going forward on the all-weather as well, the times he's tackled it. I remember Happy Sound going pillar to post on this surface as well, so he'll go forward. The old boy Trenderful there, just lurking in behind the speed. He might get a good run.
First of all, have a look at his Rugby Diamond. You can see him working nicely here. That does pull a bit in the mornings. That's the only thing. He's quite keen, and as John says, he will be trying to get to the front there with Happy Sound. So should set up a nice fastly run race in the first. There he is there. Carry to Win. Now, he works really well on the surface. He's going to have his first start on race day conditions, and the blinkers go back on him, and he'll be one that will be suited by the fast pace. Has trialled well on the surface before as well. There's Carry to Win. And Gold Talent, the old boy, he's still going pretty well, this horse. He's quite a versatile horse. He goes well on the turf as well as this all-weather surface as well. And as far as work's concerned, he works well on it.
All right, we'll have a look at Gold Talent in a moment as well, finishing behind Winning Controller. Let's start off, though, with 5 Stars Agent, this last start win, Massive Millennium and Happy Sound. But this was a tough effort from 5 Stars Agent.
Oh, yeah, he was kind of off my radar for 1,200 metres. He'd been running some good races around 1650, mostly on the all-weather, but also at Happy Valley. But, yeah, he just settled nicely off the speed here. He didn't cut any corners. He came quite wide. But in the end, he ran them all down pretty well in the latter stages, so he's got to be considered again. Obviously, he's gone up a little bit, but he gets gate 2.
He does. Yeah, I've found a place for him of those ones, and John Size doesn't have too many Class 5 horses, does he? So he's persevered with this one.
All right, and he's got barrier 2 this time as well. Gold Talent, we mentioned a moment ago, here finishing behind Winning Controller with Ever Strong. I suppose you've got to excuse him as he steps onto the dirt for the first time.
So Winning Controller is going to get Matthew Poon £7 claim. He's drawn at 11. This is his first start on the all-weather, so it might help him. He's placed reasonably well on the turf without winning. Gold Talent's had 5 starts on the surface. It's done no good, but as I mentioned, his track work's pretty good, so you'd have to take him on trust a little bit as well. And Ever Strong is the other one who's he raced okay here. He's an interesting one coming on to the all-weather as well, but again with a wide draw.
Yeah, Winning Control has been a bit expensive to follow for favourite backers in the last few races. And yeah, like Paul said, Gold Talent's all-weather form's not very good, but his recent form's okay. I give him a chance of running reasonably well.
All right, Rugby Diamond. We'll have a look at him and Victor Wong. What are the chances of a fairy tale start here for Victor? almost holds on here, Rugby Diamonds. He's going to have £10 less on his back on Sunday.
Well, I've got him on top. He's had 3 runs on the all-weather. They've all been pretty good. He hasn't managed to win, but he hasn't been too far away. And I think he's got every chance of getting out quickly here. Happy Sound is quick from the gates, but I'm not too sure he's as fast as Rugby Diamond. If Victor Wong can rate him nicely out in front, this fella, who's only just reeled in here by Helen's Choice in the final few strides. And with that extra claim, he's got much less weight on his back today than he had then. I think he's got a good chance.
Yeah, it's the key is you'll find it early in the race. If he gets taken on, he can throw the towel in. That's his problem. That's why he's only won twice from 43 starts. If he's left alone, then he can win. So,
yeah. If you have a look at HK Direct this week as well on the Multimedia Showcase, interview with Tony Millard and Jack Wong. Very interesting. Tony talks about managing expectation. Sorry to say, what did I say?
You said Jack, but
Jack, Victor, yeah. Victor Wong, yes. Not
we knew what you meant.
But very interesting to hear Tony's thoughts on that. But so where did you put him in the end?
I put Rugby Diamond in for second, actually. I put Carry to win with the blinkers back on. I think the race will be really run to suit this horse. He's coming on top for the first time. He's trialled really well on it. You have to go back a little while for his trials on it, but he trials nicely on it. And I think he can finish over the top of Rugby Diamond. Ever Strong will give him a chance coming to the surface for the first time. Another one that does work nicely on it by Savabeel. And 5 Stars Agents is a last start winner on it. 10-5-4-1. I'll take the 10 each way. He's coming up about $10.
Well, I've gone with the fairy tale start here for Victor Wong. I've been pretty impressed with Rugby Diamond's efforts so far on the all-weather in his career, and I think he's got every chance with just £117 of holding them off and managing to win the race. Trenderful's a decent price. I think he'll go well from gate 1. He's had a couple of recent good efforts at Happy Valley when he's drawn well. Last time out, he got a bad run. 5 Stars Agent should definitely be in there pitching at the latter stages. And Gold Talent, like we said, doesn't have a great all-weather record, but he's running quite well. The race should be set up for him as well, so I think he can run a minor position. But Rugby Diamond for Victor Wong on top.
There you go. Yeah, I've got him in for second as well. I'd be playing Ever Strong each way in the opener.